Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel on this exciting day. We're less than a week into the new year, but already get to celebrate the opening of a major new transit facility, the new second Kipling Station bus terminal. If you're not already following us on Twitter and Instagram, consider doing so, and subscribing and supporting us on Patreon. Now, let's get into it. For those not familiar with Toronto, it might be a little confusing why a station would be getting a second bus terminal, so let me explain. Currently, buses from Mississauga, a fairly large city to Toronto's west, have to travel some distance into Toronto to connect with the east-west Line 2 subway at Islington Station, one station east from the terminus at Kipling. This is problematic, as Islington is one of the less well-loved and glamorous TTC Subway stations, and the bus terminal isn't fully accessible. Buses also can't utilize the terminal there for dropping off passengers as it's within the fare paid zone. In order to allow the reconstruction of the station, as well as a better connection, a new facility had to be built, and this is the new terminal opening today. The new terminal is the second at the site, as there is a large pre-existing TTC bus terminal directly above the subway platforms. The new terminal is located roughly 200 meters to the southwest of the existing TTC bus station. It could have been closer, but due to a lack of willpower to push back against Hydro 1, whose high voltage transmission lines pass between the two terminals above the ground, the terminals are quite far apart. The two terminals are connected by a tunnel, which is great, but putting on our critical lens, this tunnel is crazy long and somewhat indirect, as it runs into the old pickup drop-off area of the station before heading to the new terminal. That pickup drop-off area still plays the same role, but no longer in the odd circular format. This is reminiscent of the long walk required at Vaughan Metropolitan Centre. These connections are better than if they had been on the surface, but as I talked about in my physical integration video, long walks are really not good when they can be avoided, even if that requires some creativity or pushing the status quo in this case. The old pickup drop-off area has actually been turned into a more basic entrance with a plaza, which does look great, mind you. The surface areas around the new terminal do look refreshed. After the hike over to the new terminal, we're greeted with stairs and elevators, which means indeed this new terminal is fully accessible, which is a huge win. The elevators are also redundant here, which is not only good to see, but very important, because making the accessible connection requires the use of 3 elevators. With that in mind, the stairs are unfortunately located towards the middle of the terminal, which seems like an odd choice as it actually forces you to walk longer than would have been otherwise required, with some riders needing to backtrack through the terminal on the surface. Once we're in the terminal, it is really nice. There are large windows on all sides, and the space is open and has lots of standard Metrolink seating. One area where I'm a big fan of the consistent design from station to station. There are also publicly accessible bathrooms, which we also saw at VMC, and I think this is a great touch. The lighting is also bright and modern and plentiful throughout, unlike at many TTC bus terminals. The bus bays are flanked with modern LCD digital displays for showing next bus arrivals and other information, and on the whole, the terminal is truly a sea change from what was available at Islington. Long walk or not, this really is a far better experience as a rider. There is also ample weather protection provided by the spaceship-like overhead structure. Above us, as you can see, there's a new accessible pedestrian bridge to the Milton Line platforms for GO Transit. If Milton ever gets that all-day service it deserves, this will be a great little station for transfers. Heading to the GO platforms, we also see 2 Presto Readers on either side of us. This is a smart design as it makes it basically impossible to forget to tap in. Walking the platform, we can see it's been slightly improved and brought in line with others on the rail network, and on the far side we can connect back into the TTC station. Heading back to the new terminal, there is also another entrance on the north side, designed for use by pedestrians and cyclists. This is important as density in this area is increasing, and set to increase even more with the 6 points intersection reconfiguration. It's also worth pointing out the mosaics and art within this station. Even just basic stuff like this goes a long way to making stations much more pleasant, and we're happy to see it here, and hope to see it at more Metrolinx facilities in the future. Heading back towards the TTC station, past the reconfigured parking lots, we do wish there was a bit more landscaping in this linear plaza to break up all the concrete, but on the whole, the space isn't bad. We're happy that 2021 is starting off right, with the major transit projects openings we've been seeing. While it's been great covering project construction over the years, seeing one of the projects we've covered open is far, far more rewarding, and a great way to bring in the new year. It's awesome to see this project, the Union Station Bus Terminal, the new Viva Rapidway segments, stay tuned for a video on that, and Bloomington Go will all be opening in such close proximity. Lots of improvements all around. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.